Hello everybody, this is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back with more Kirby, more commentary, and another topic for everybody. Quick side note here, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things because I unintentionally took that little hiatus. I didn't mean to, but I did. So, trying to get back into the swing of things here. In any case, everybody, another quick side note before we hop into today's topic. If you have a subject or something you want me to talk about it down in the drop it in the comments down below, so that way I can see it and then I can address it by certain things. I can address. But anyway, let us get into today's topic. Now, today's topic isn't exactly what I would say mind control here is, but I would say it's behavior control of the masses. Now, I can sit here, some people say, Ghost Hunter, it's impossible to control what the masses will do. There's just too many people. Are you really so sure about that? I mean, to really do it, all you need is to understand enough psychology and a way to implement it. It's not all that hard. Ghost Hunter, you're talking lunacy. Lunacy. Lunacy, ludicrous. Don't really know what the difference here is, but allow me to explain. Let's go to Psychology Basics 101 here. Let's talk about the Pavlovian dog experiment, where the Russian scientist discovered that when he would open the door to the dog kennels, the dogs would start salivating because they know they're gonna get fed soon. Okay. So the dogs know they're getting fed. So what did he do? He started testing it out. He started using bells, other things, whistles, and that when the dogs started salivating, oh my goodness, look at this. We can train a response to specific things, like, I don't know, food. Then we go to the next step, behavioralism. What is behavioralism? The idea that a behavior can be changed. And all you have to do is use negative and positive reinforcements. Positive reinforcement, let's say you want your child to do their homework. Child doesn't like doing their homework. How do you get the child to change? Oh, I don't know. Let's say every time child gets a page of their homework done, they get a piece of candy. So that way they do the work and it's like, every time I do this, I get candy. And as long as you do it long enough, guess what? You can actually get your child to do homework while stretching out the reward. And then, behavioralism seeks to reinforce good behaviors that you want and decrease negative behaviors, responses you don't want, by giving a negative reinforcement, like, I don't know, a timeout, taking away their favorite toy, maybe a spanking if they do bad enough, or making them clean until their hands hurt. Now, before someone sits there and starts freaking out, spanking, you can't talk about spanking a child, that's illegal. Spanking a child is not illegal. Where it gets borderline is when you take it too far. Now, I gotta say here, some people say, what's too far? Well, that's up to the definition of people. Because there will be those who sit there and say, 1 spank, too much. 2 spanks, too much. 3 spanks, you're an abuser. It is so varied, and I swear, people have forgotten, as a quick side note here, people have forgotten just, what previous generations went through. A while ago, you could, if your kid mouthed off to you, this is like 50, at this point it'd be closer to 60, 70 years ago. If your kid mouthed off enough to you, what would you do to that kid? If they really made you mad enough, and you were sick of their attitude, you might, as soon as they got a little lippy with you, you might just turn around and smack them with the back of your hand. I mean, am I encouraging this? No, I'm not. Even I think that's too far. But, it's a matter of, wow, just people used to do things so differently, and now that people tell us that, X, Y, and Z is bad, that means we have to stop, when it's like, previous generations weren't exactly fully healthy in some regards, but they did function a lot better than nowadays with the way things are going nowadays. But anyway, that's just a side note here. Now, when it comes to, now I can hear some people saying, okay, well, thanks for the basic Psych 101 lesson. What does this have to do with how you control the behaviors of the masses? Well, the answer here is complex and simple all at the same time. Now, I can hear some people going, oh my god, is he ever going to get to the point? Well, the necessary background for this is necessary. But, we are getting to the main point here. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people are going to dismiss. How do you control the masses? And, the general answer to that is the same principles that I just said. What? How is it possible? You can't control the behavior of the masses. That's impossible. Everybody's so different, and everyone believes things are different. Or they have their own values, and blah, 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 blah. Like, think about elections and stuff. Okay. Yes, I get it. There's a lot of ways that people can disregard this, but, think about this one for a minute. Everyone at this point remembers Jeffrey Epstein and how he would basically traffic in not children. He would traffic in, I believe, what would be the best age here to say? The age from 13 to at least 16, maybe 17-year-old girls to his island, where he would have these girls service, the extremely elite people. And, the thing that's really ironic about this is people will sit there and say, oh, Ghost Hunter, there was no control. Epstein got what he deserved. And, there are those conspiracy theorists that say Epstein didn't kill himself in his cell, even though he managed to get that perfect time window to do it. But, the bad man died, and the lady, and the woman, yes, his assistant, who was a woman who helped him do it, is now sitting in a prison cell. Okay, quick question. How come we haven't gone after any of his clients? Because, by all accounts, these people, what did they do? I don't know. What did they commit? Statutory, rape of multiple young women? And let's not forget what happened to the initial reporter who got one of the girls to talk, who was at the time what? I think she said she was 15 or 16, and she came out about it when she was like 22, 23, I believe, off the top of my head. And, it's amazing. The reporter believes she had the story of the century, which she did have. And she was going to break it, and when she went to her editor, what did her editor do? Her editor basically told her not to tell the story, and then when things started building up, what happened? They broke the story. Was that reporter credited? No. Was the woman who actually came forward about what happened on Epstein's private island, was she even given, some amount of anonymity from the press? No, not really. Her face is known. Hell, if you watch enough of if you go back and start watching the interviews, there's her face for the world to see. And, I can already sit here and hear people already starting to go, Ghost Hunter, would you quit talking and get to the point? Okay, I get it, but context is needed here. Think about this one, okay? If you want me to get straight to the point here, I'll give it to you. How did the media suppress the Jeffrey Epstein story until the people who own the news stations all sat there until it was convenient for them to actually not blow, but basically talk about the Epstein story when it came convenient for the owners of those news stations to talk about it. No one gives a dang. Now, I can understand some people say, well, how is that control behavior? Hiya, in the immortal words of Uncle Roger. Hiya. Basically, when something is not discussed or talked about until it is, I don't know, the best timing for the people involved, not specifically Jeffrey Epstein, but his client base, so that way they have time to run around, get NDAs signed, do this, do that, protect themselves. Awful convenient that those people get enough time to cover their tracks, do what they can to preserve their public image, and then, when the Epstein story comes out, Jeffrey Epstein did this, he was a pervert and a pedophile and blah 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 blah. Yet, where is the, the list of people who all went to his island and indulged themselves in the underage girls and all just had fun there, partied there? Does this not bug anybody that client list has yet to be received? I mean, not received, but revealed. And it's like, think about that one for just a minute. The story was that Jeffrey Epstein did all this stuff, which is true. But why is it we haven't gotten the list of everybody who went out there to his quote-unquote private island to, enjoy the fruits out there, you will say? Sounds like people are trying to hide their bad behaviors. And how did they do it? Simple. Using the concept of behavioralism. Focus on what this bad person did, and then guess what? While everyone's looking here, they all just walk away, cover their tracks, make sure no one talks, get NDA signed, do this, do that, and guess what? Bada bing, bada boom. They're in the clear, baby. We didn't do anything wrong, or you just can't prove that we did it. Pretty interesting diversion, and then turning everyone's behavior concept of punishing the bad person by, I don't know, by focusing the attention on the person who did the primary bad, but, guess what? We got the main bad guy, but what about all the people who indulged in all of the stuff that he was doing? Did we get all them? No, we didn't. In fact, as far as I know, none of those people have been brought to trial. Now, of course, we could go on here. We could talk about the Hunter Biden laptop story, where Hunter Biden had all those pictures of him with prostitutes, doing drugs, smoking crack, amongst other things. And, we could talk about that. It's like, Ghost Hunter, what's the point of talking about that? That's all political. No, it's not. The president's, eldest son, I think, maybe his middle child, literally sat there, committed multiple felonies, recorded on pictures of his bad behavior. And you want to know the really sad part? Just recently, he basically walked away scot-free. Does this not bug anybody? Now, how do we turn this into behavior control or controlling the masses? It's simple. You give the masses a sensationalized story. You stick it in front of them, and then while they're staring at this story like, oh my God, what happened next? What happened next? What happened next? While everybody is staring at that, what do? All of the other bad actors who are being protected by the people in power, what do? They immediately just start whitewashing them away. Just wash away. That's how this works. You focus on one bad thing, and then you give everybody else to stare around and confuse them. And then, of course, you can go with the other distractions. Sports, TV, video games, you name it. But in any case, like, subscribe, bang that bell, and I will see everybody in the next video.